Welcome back to Overlanding in Norway. All good things have to come to an end, and this also applies to the Jotunheim series. In part 3, we will continue on our quest to drive the 3 highest roads you can drive legally in Norway. So today we are going to head for Blåhø, and hopefully we can drive all the way up.
Yeah, det vil jeg si. Stopped really well, and 9 o'clock, sun just coming up over the mountain and behind the trees now, so yeah. I think I kind of sound, I could hear the crackling on the metal or on the plastic on the car. So now the sun is coming. Plan for today, pack down.
Like this.
Start driving against Blåhø, then take breakfast at Blåhø if we can drive up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we don't get blown away. Probably windy up there.
No. Remember Juvasshytta? No wind.
Yeah. True.
Just take a walk around and show you a bit of a place.
It's really something special waking up outside and feel the morning sun warming on your face. And going exploring these places, seeing old buildings, it gets you wondering what happened here. What if the walls could talk?
Okay, so a flock of reindeers just come down the mountain. Oh, this is so cool. I don't want to move and scare them. It's funny that this happened last time me and Erik was on the trip. So go watch the drive in Jotunheim. Same thing happened. I talked to the guys in the car yesterday talking about the animals they had up here, and they said wild reindeer. I only thought there was wild reindeer up on Dovre Mountain, but there's no tags on them that I can see, and they don't have a what's it called, bells. If they're coming here to eat, that would be really fun.
Oh, they are drinking from the stream.
Remember I talked to the guys about they having
Here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and reindeer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a flock of reindeer coming down the mountain just now. So, but they went up again when I stopped moving. I think they usually come down here and go in. So it's we're just gonna pack down as fast as we can and get in, and get away from here. So yeah, packing down. So it said it was wild reindeer, and if it is, this is really, really rare because they are super shy. So you remember the reindeers on our Jotunheim trip, Galdhøpiggvegen? Yeah. Came all the way.
Yeah. They were tagged.
Yeah, they were tagged. And did they have bells as well? I don't remember.
Probably.
Yeah.
You need to watch the video.
Need to watch the video. Yeah, go watch that. So then you can see the difference between tame and wild, because these, just as we move a little and they start moving. So yeah, they won't come near here at all. But luckily the wind is against us, so they cannot smell us either. So yeah, I think that's in our favor. But yeah, I'm not on nowhere, so I cannot say if it really is wild or if it's. But the guy said so. So yeah, really cool. I would say sewing machine. You put the grain up on the side of the box. And there's wheels or what's it called?
There's a shaft connected to gears.
Yeah.
On both sides, spinning.
Yeah.
And there are like angle shafts turning the discs.
Yeah, and turning this thrower. You see the rod going all the way. It spins and then it throws out. Maybe potato. I don't know.
No, not
No.
potato. It's too small.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, throwing grain.
Grain or.
Yeah. Cool.
Balls.
Can you check the production year?
Yeah, I was about to ask. There is a triangle for a tractor.
Yeah.
But that could have been retrofitted, I think. Could be for a horse.
Yeah.
To begin with.
To begin with, yeah. Not quite what you are working on.
Yeah, not too far. Still have grazing points
Right.
on all the moving parts.
Yeah.
So it's well thought through. Nice to see something back to basics.
Yeah. You can see the poles going into it, and this is just
Yeah.
putting pressure on it. Maybe it goes all the way through. Yeah, it goes all the way through. Of course, it goes all the way through. No, we can't because of the center.
It's like on a bicycle.
After geeking out fully on some farming equipment, it was time for us to head off against Blåhø and give the reindeers their space back.
Yes, new day. Right. New opportunities. Talk about good morning views, huh? Insane, insane. It's been a really good trip so far. Really enjoying my time with Erik, and and the views that we have had, camps that we have had, been really good, and yeah, it's gonna be good if we can make it up on the third highest road in Norway. So yeah, stay tuned to find out. But I'm hoping that we have checked off number 1, number 2, and number 3. Yes, sign says no.
Yeah, also Gut said no before we saw the sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The road needs to dry up, or we can ruin it by driving on it, and that's why they have closed it down. And as we can see, there's still a lot of snow, which means there's gonna be wet, soft roads up there. And the reason why we could drive up on Juvasshytta and Galdhøpiggvegen is because of it's tarmac.
Yeah,
So.
but also some patches there, the gravel underneath the tarmac had gone, and the tarmac, so if you didn't pay attention, you could ruin your car.
Yeah,
on some
big holes.
Big holes.
Yeah. Oh, hole in the road. Okay, change the plans. Also saw the road over to Lesja was closed, so
That one too. Okay.
yeah. So we drove that, me and OiN, I think, back in when it was the rainy. Yeah.
Yeah, I've driven it many times before.
Yeah, nice road that as well. But yeah, check the map.
Check the map for some good view and lunch, I think.
Yeah. Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast, but it's lunchtime.
Yeah, sadly the road was closed, but we cannot do anything about that. But we can come back later and do it. So that's a plus. Plan now. Find a place to have lunch, and we think we have found one by the river. Hope it's gonna be nice. It's pretty warm now. 13, 14 degrees and sun, so yeah, I think it's gonna be good. And it's time for that morning coffee, and not a minute too early. Okay, lunch stop. I found this nice place by the road. There's some traffic, but that's fine. Making coffee, lunch. What do we want for lunch?
Breakfast.
Breakfast? What do you want for breakfast? Easy peasy or?
No, egg and bacon.
Egg and bacon?
Yeah.
Okay. Full on egg and bacon. Alright. Eggs, bacon, beans. Okay, I need some to fry it on. Maybe some oil. Let boil for making water. Making the food. The sound of sizzling bacon. I would say in the morning, but it's midday.
12 o'clock, something?
Yeah, around 12 now. There's some nice views coming down. Which road is this?
435.
Is it? I don't know.
Need to check.
Driving from coming down Lom and just going down the valleys here is amazing. You get mountain views and yeah, by the rivers. Really nice. Det är bra med klippet. Som fång. Nice. Some nice beans. So egg and bacon sandwich with tomato beans today.
Ja, kjør på.
Whoop whoop. Wait for it. Ah, beautiful sound. Super nice smell. Morning coffee. Til jeg får et lyd der.
At vi
Kjører diesel.
Hæ?
Kjører diesel.
Ja.
Snakk om sola.
Ja.
Jeg tenker vi avslutter her.
Ja.
For det er ikke så langt til E6, og så må jeg komme hjem.
Ja.
Okay, so we are ending the trip here at lunch. We are almost at the E6 and I'm heading north and you're heading south. And yeah, what do you think about the trip?
We had an amazing trip. We saw everything.
We saw everything, basically everything. Yeah, it's been, the views have been coming and yeah, I've been just blown away by all the views for yeah, the whole trip basically. So it's been really nice having you on the trip again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time since I've been on a trip. So
Yeah, I've been really missing you, so it's yeah, good to see you. And hopefully we can go on a trip, one more trip this year.
Yeah.
Later during the fall, probably. And
capture
the fall colors.
the orange and the grey, not the grey, yellow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
camp in darkness.
Yeah. Camp in the dark.
Yeah.
I need to fix lights before that time.
Yeah, me too.
But yes, as always, like, subscribe, hit us up with a comment if you have any questions about where we've been, where maybe where you want to go, and yeah, if you want to have more information, if you're traveling to Norway, head over to Patreon, and then you can get direct contact with me, and I can answer all of your questions if you have some. So yeah, Patreon and support the channel. Okay.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my Patreons. And as always, you will see us
In the next one.
good.